just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Escaping the pressure right, and that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. From the gun, here's Newton. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They fake the give. Newton. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a third down. Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Matt Milano able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. To throw, it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's now 3rd down.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Finding Knox there, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Joseph Charlton and the punt team on now for the Panthers. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Allen off the play fake. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the one. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and goal from the one. To the air, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tommy Sweeney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Newton eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A give, Singletary right side. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Throwing now is Allen. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And just shutting him off there. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Newton. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Newton, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent, and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw, Newton. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there. Just kind of hoping something good can happen. A completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Moss. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw it. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Moore. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing is Newton. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Cam to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there, second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Newton. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now it's Newton. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is fourth down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Newton to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they look like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.